Everyone, please turn on your cameras. And Mrinal, please share the screen.
Already, Aya. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Hello, should I start? People in the YouTube live, can you all hear me? Can you all text in the comment box if you can? People in the YouTube live, can you all hear me? Can you all text in the comment box if you can? People in the YouTube live, can you all hear me? Can you all text in the comment box if you can? Yes? Okay. So, hello everyone. A very good evening to everyone present here. We welcome you all to Ruiaite Monthly's orientation for the academic year 23-24. And before we get to the official stuff, I would like to start with a joke. Please don't leave the meeting if you all don't like the joke. It is, you'll just see it. So, I'll start. Why did the photograph go to a jail? It was because it was framed. Anyone? I see some smiles around, so thank you for that. So now let's start with the drive. To commence, I would like to talk a bit about our magazine and what we have done over the years. So the Ruiite Monthly's journey has been spanning since the inception of our college in 1937, and it was revamped in 2015. It continues to flourish now with unwavering passion even today. We are your gateway to the most captivating voices of Ruia's youth, with thought provoking analysis, interviews with luminaries from various fields, geeky musings on technology, explorations of our nation's cultures, updates on campus happenings, and original short fiction. We also offer a multimedia experience with our podcast, Darbar, and spirited discussions in Mehfil. Within the realms of Ruiite Monthly, there's something that will undoubtedly pique your interest. So now I will introduce the chief editors of our magazine, the foundation of support, Dr. Arjun Kharath, Associate Professor and HOD, Department of English, and Dr. Pandurang Mahalinge, Associate Professor, Department of Hindi. Without their unwavering aid, we would not have been able to take our magazine to new heights. Sirs, the floor is yours.
Hello, Athira. Yeah, thank you so much, Athira. Good evening to one and all. I hope I am audible. Sorry, now this has been not a practice of asking you because now we have started offline since long. Sorry to have started with this question. Hoping that you all can hear me. Thank you, Athira, for that wonderful introduction of the Ruiaite Monthly 2023-24. Uh, Myself and Dr. Pandurang Mahalinge, Associate Professor of Hindi Department, we have been associated with the Ruiaite magazine as Chief Executive Editors, along with our team of editors, sub-editors, and the members in various columns, column heads and members. So on behalf of the Ruiaite Monthly and Ruiaite Committee, overall committee, because we have been uh, producing Ruiaite, not just a monthly digital magazine, but we have been producing an annual edition of the Ruiaite as well, which is offline edition. So Athira has already given us introduction to this Ruiaite magazine. So as she has rightly pointed out that by the very inception of our college, that was long back in the year 1937. So 1937 till present, so there have been the magazine offline, of course, till 2015. So there is a huge archival in our library, archival of the Ruiaite magazine. If you all can have membership of the Ruia library, you can go and explore that archival of the Ruiaite magazines. Of course, there were offline magazines, but 2015 onwards, as Athira has mentioned, we have started digital edition of the Ruiaite, that is called the Ruiaite Monthly. So, on behalf of the committee, I welcome you all and congratulate each one of you to have joined this endeavor. Uh, of course, I hope that you will enjoy. This is going to be a very interesting uh, program, very interesting activity that you all will enjoy. And also, you will definitely be benefited by the resourcefulness. You will be enriched by this activity because, see, your contribution is ultimately going to be documented uh, in the history of Ria College. So I once again congratulate each one of you and welcome to the Ruiaite committee as a member, as a column head, okay, as an advisor, as editors, student editors. So once again, thank you for participating in this activity. And if at all you have any questions, doubts about different columns, how the Ruiaite magazine works, both versions, the digital as well as the offline, how it works, the column heads will orient you on that. So I wish you all very good luck and thank you for joining this. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Mahalinga, sir, do you have anything that you would like to share with our students?
हॅलो, आवाज येतोय?
Hello. Yes, yes, you're
नमस्ते,
audible.
नमस्ते सर्वांना. माझा खूप नमस्ते. खरं म्हणजे मी रुइयाइट या कमिटीमध्ये या वर्षापासूनच जॉईन झालो आहे. यापूर्वी कशा प्रकारे कामकाज चालायचं त्याबद्दल मला तेवढं काही माहीत नाही. तरी पण बघू, मला पण तुमच्याकडून काही गोष्टी शिकायला मिळतील, माहीत होईल आणि आपण सर्व मिळून व्यवस्थितपणे तुम्ही तर ते काम करतच आहात, सुरुवातीपासून करत आहात काही मुलं, आणि काही मुलं नवीन जॉईन झालेले असतील. आपणा सर्वांना हा एक खूप चांगला अनुभव, कारण का कुठली पण पत्रिका चालवायची म्हणजे त्याला मेहनत तर लागतेच, पण त्यापासून आपण खूप काही शिकतो, खूप काही शिकण्यासारखं असतं. कारण आम्ही बऱ्याच पत्रपत्रिकेमध्ये आम्ही आमचे लेख वगैरे प्रकाशित करत असतो आणि ते चालवणाऱ्यांचे अनुभव आम्हाला माहीत आहेत. तरी पण आपल्या कॉलेजची रुईआईट ही पत्रिका आपण मंथली बेसिसवर चालवतो, हा एक खूप मोठी गोष्ट म्हणायला पाहिजे. आता या ठिकाणी आपणा सर्वांचा परिचय, किंवा आपण ज्यावेळी ऑफलाईन भेटू, ऑफलाईन मीटिंगमध्ये व्यवस्थित परिचय होईल. कारण का ऑनलाईनमध्ये एवढा परिचय व्यवस्थित होतोच असं नाही. फक्त काही मुलांचे नाव वगैरे दिसतात, तर काही मुलं नाही, कारण मी मोबाईलहून जॉईन झालेलो आहे. पण पाहू, आपण ज्यावेळी आपण ऑफलाईन भेटू त्यावेळी व्यवस्थित बोलू आणि चर्चा करू. पण या ठिकाणी आपण मीटिंग ठेवलात आणि मला बोलवलात त्याबद्दल तुम्हा सर्वांचे खूप खूप आभार आणि सर्वांना शुभेच्छा आपल्या सर्व रुईआईटवाल्यांना पुढील कामासाठी. धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir. Before I continue, I would like to ask if everyone is comfortable with us talking in English, or would you like us to speak in either Hindi or Marathi? Can you please comment in the YouTube link? English? Okay, cool. Uh, English works? Okay, cool. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much, sirs, for those uplifting words for us. So, now I will be introducing you to our executive editors, the pillars of our magazine, if you will. Rishita Patil from TY English, Surbhi Joshi from TY Economics, and yours truly, Athira Patkar from TY French. I now pass the mic to Surbhi, who will be explaining the monthly processes that bring to you our magazine. Thank you.
Thanks, Athira. So, hi everyone. We're so glad to see all of you here today. So, you've seen the e-magazine that pops up on all the college groups at the end of the month, right? A lot goes into making that happen. Firstly, we have these amazing columnists who write on a myriad subjects, and a compiled copy is then sent to Team IQCT. Under their watch, there are no typos or any grammatical errors. And then we have team design, who makes sure that the magazine looks pretty and polished. The final product that you see is all thanks to their creative genius. And lastly, we have PR, who makes sure that the magazine reaches you guys. And every step in this process is done with the approval of the vice principal as well as the chief editors. Now, moving on to our game plan for the recruitment drive. Firstly, in the orientation today, all the column heads will be talking about essentially what they write about and what they expect from potential recruits. Then they'll hand out certain tasks to you, and if you there will be some writing tasks, there might be some designing tasks, depending on the column that you choose to apply for. And if you impress the column heads in this first round of the screening process, then you'll move on to the interview round. And finally, if you clear both these rounds, then you'll be welcomed into Team Ruiaite Monthly. And trust me when I say that it's all worth it when you see your work out there for the world to read. Now, over to you, Rishita.
Thank you, Surbi. Hi, everyone. Now that you know what we do, let's talk about you. As Surbi said earlier, one by one, our column heads will introduce you to the columns that they man, assign tasks pertaining to their columns, and if it interests you, which it will, you must send in your entries to them at their email IDs, which again, don't worry, will be provided to you through a Google Doc, which holds all the necessary information from the names of the columns, their respective tasks, to other guidelines and requirements. Kindly note that when you send in your entries to the respective column heads, please include ruiatepr@gmail.com in the CC and write the name of the column that you are applying for in the subject line. And here's some good news. You can apply to as many columns as you wish, like go crazy. You can send in your entries for all the columns that pique your interest. And no, you do not have to stick to the columns that you've ticked in the Google form, which I hope all of you have filled by now. If not, please do so ASAP. We asked you all to tick the columns in the Google form, but that was just for us to keep a record. So now you can choose whatever piques your interest. The deadline for the submissions is the 6th of October, that is exactly 1 week from today. In case you have any doubts, hold on, we will have a Q&A session once all the column heads are done speaking. So don't hesitate to approach us with your queries. Now, before I hand over the stage to the column heads, I wish to touch upon the incentive we had proposed, the results of the raffle contest that we had conducted during our recruitment drive. The three lucky winners, they will be announced very soon. Follow our Instagram at the Ruiite Monthly for updates. However, only those who send in their entries will be eligible to win the donuts. So, good luck to everyone. Now, let's start with our very first column of the day, Buzz Around, headed by Atharva Sharma.
Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible. So I'm Atharv Sharma and I'm the column head for Buzz Around, and I would like to introduce my column with a short poetry, if you may. If you have a thing for current affairs about the buzzing topics your friends are not aware, if the world events fill you with despair, by writing about the things that matter, let's blow our readers' hairs. At Buzz Around, we write about the hot topics in current affairs, from the mind-blowing seminars about space to the shrewd politics. The Word document is your canvas. So we from this year we will also be writing about the events happening in our college. So if you have a thing for journalism, do consider joining our column. So in order to apply for the column, you need to write an article of say for about 500 words about the topic India and Canada's bilateral ties. So you can write a good introduction, a well researched article, and I hope you refrain from plagiarism. And also, the second topic is you can write about some exciting stories from our college that you may have encountered during the last few months, or about some events that you attended in this college. So, again, for this article, the word limit would be 500 words too. So, if you join our column, I would expect active participation from you, good writing skills, and let's have fun. So, now Swarel will talk about the column OPED.
Thank you, Atharva. Hi everyone, my name is Swaril and I head the column OPED along with Adavya. So OPED stands for Opposite the Editorial. And so to give you a brief idea of what we write or what we do at OPED, we express our viewpoints, perspectives on various issues ranging from politics, culture, society, economics, or it can be personal experiences as well. And we try to offer analysis or interpretations of certain perspectives in a very refined manner while always backing our arguments with logical reasons, and we write with an intent to pursue our readers and shed light on complex topics. Sometimes we do a versus column as well to present diverse views on a particular issue. But other than that, we are pretty much committed to giving out very opinionated articles, and hope that gives you a fair idea of what we write. And so we're looking for people who have a knack for researching, reading, and writing. And it will be great if you are socially, politically aware, because to give you an idea of what kind of articles we wrote about in the past, we did one on the role of religion in a democracy like India. Then we did Can Money Buy Happiness? So it can be anything, it can be politics, it can be culture, it can be daily lives, anything. And that is pretty much about it. And to tell you about the task and guidelines, Adavya will take over. Thank you.
Good evening, guys. Adavya here. And so basically, the task revolves around two possible questions that I have to write an opinion piece on. It's you can write an opinionated article either on the topic should humans colonize Mars, or is it sincere to censor art? The word limit is 500 to 600 words. It goes without saying, but no plagiarism and avoid using AI. And aside from that, I don't think there is anything else to talk about. So we'll be moving on to Tech Trick. Athira, take it away.
Thank you, Adavya. Hello, everyone. I am Athira, also the column head for Tech Trick. By the name, you would have guessed that we'll be talking about technology, how it affects our regular lives, and so on. It is kind of like that, but we also do talk about other science related topics. There is also biology, chemistry, physics, etc., etc. We don't only talk about technology. So, for example, in our past articles, we have talked about how marijuana is made and how what are the uses, then how coffee was made. So that comes in biology, even what fossils are and how they were created, fossils found in India and around the world, and so on. So that these topics come in biology. We also talked about the use of map making, like the history of map making and the technology that is currently used. We have also talked about tuberculosis and astrology, astronomy, and so on. We have a variety of articles that we have written. So if you want to know more about what we any article, any column for that matter has written in the past, we have our older editions on our Instagram and the Ruia College website. So please go through that. Yeah. So for back to Tech Trick, so we don't only talk about technology or science, we talk about how in our everyday lives, how it affects us, how it affects our surroundings, and so on. So now the task that I'll be giving you all for the entry, for this, you will have to write an article on the use of nuclear fusion as a source of energy. So, nuclear fusion is what happens on the sun's surface, helium atoms. As far as I know, I'm not a science student per se. So, as far as I know, helium atoms combine to create hydrogen, and that's how energy is created. That is what nuclear fusion is. So, write an article on how it can be used as a source of energy. You will have to put in proper references and citations. Please do not quote Wikipedia on this. And please write where you have sourced all your information from in a proper manner. I don't need an MLA citation, APA citation. Just give like the name of the article and the hyperlink. We'll have to write around 500 words maximum, and you can add photographs as well. And in the photographs also, you will have to cite where you have sourced them from. So yeah, so this column is not only targeted towards people from the science stream. You can be from any stream. Like, for example, I myself am a graduate of history and French. My other writers, they are also from history and English. Like, currently, we don't have any science background people, but we are people who like science, so to say. So there is no proper, what you can say, like a proper conditions, terms and conditions. You anyone who is interested can write for us. So now I'd like to pass on the mic to Surbhi, who is the column head for Open Forum. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's me again. So, at Open Forum, we delve into mundane subjects, but we like to look at them from different, intriguing perspectives. To give you an idea about what we have written in the past, we have talked about empowering women through financial literacy, we've talked about survivor's guilt. But don't worry, we have touched upon lighter subjects as well, like what happiness means to us and our very own rendition of Taylor Swift's The Way I Loved You. Um, Also, one of my pieces talked about how I have this really bad habit of reading plots before I actually watch the movie. So the kind of freedom that we give our writers is unparalleled, and it would be safe to say that we write about everything under the sun. So the tasks that I have for you today are: one, write about all the places that you've been to and the person that you were in each one of them. Or you may write about forgotten foods, where you're rediscovering lost recipes, lost ingredients. And please remember that there's no word limit. Feel free to explore these topics as vividly as you'd like. You could write a poem, you could write an opinion piece, a fictional short story, whatever you want it to be. For all I know, you could write about how in the distant future, French fries could be a thing of the past. So, really, just use your imagination. We need people who have a true passion for the written word and can think out of the box. And people from any stream are welcome to apply. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Now, I pass on the mic to Rishita, the head of Fictional Years.
Before I talk about fictionally yours, I'd just like to say this again. In case you've missed out on any of the tasks given by the columns, don't worry, we will be sending a Google Doc across. Okay, hello again. I'm Rishita Patil. Along with being the executive editor, I'm also the column head of Fictionally Yours. As the name suggests, we write fiction, stories, open letters, poems, you name it. If I were to describe this column in a very flowery language, I'd say we immerse ourselves into the world of fiction that allows us to delve into the complexities of the human condition and experience emotions we may or may not encounter in our own lives. We let our imagination soar and our creativity spark by rewriting realities and shaping dreams through prose and poetry. We aren't limited to any specific topics. We weave stories out of anything and everything. We encourage our writers to explore whatever it is that they wish to explore. For our September edition, our writers addressed mental conditions like body dysmorphia and mythomania. We usually write 2 articles a month, most commonly a story paired with a poem, but that can be played with. We're looking for those who are open to experimenting with form, ideas, and words. Those who possess a creative mind, efficiency in either prose or poetry, or both, and fresh ideas to keep the column dynamic. Sometimes I wonder, where is the girl that I was last year, 2 years ago? What would she think of me now? From the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath by Sylvia Plath. Please note that you must quote this in your story. The second topic, write a poem on nothing. Interpret it as you may. You can write just either one of these or both. Kindly note that the word limit for the story is 1,000 words maximum and 500 words maximum for the poem. You must, of course, strictly avoid plagiarism, AI, and round two, that is, an interview round, will be held. That's it from my side. I hope to see your entries. Thank you. Next up, we have Chaitra Vartak from Behind the Scenes.
Okay. Hi everyone. As Rishita introduced me, I'm Chaitra Vartak and I'm the column head for Behind the Scenes, or BTS as we like to call it. Our column is all about asking the right questions. Like, why is rain so significant in film? Where does the tradition of New Year's resolutions come from? Who were the women in science? And why don't we know more about them? All of these questions and more, of course, help delve deep into the paths that went into making these things what they are and give you an opportunity to turn your 3 a.m. internet rabbit hole dives into interesting pieces of writing that allow a new, fresh perspective on all things, really. From conspiracy theories to the history of just regular things, BTS explores it all. And you'll have a chance to learn and write about topics that you might usually only wonder idly about. Here, you will have the creative freedom to dig deep and truly go beyond what's apparent. For this year's recruitment, everyone who's interested to join our column needs to write an article on art in all its forms and its relationship with civilization and war. The word limit is 500 words, and I hope to read some well researched articles with clarity of thought and absolutely no plagiarism, please. Happy writing to all of you. And now Siddhi will tell you about her column, which is Insight.
Thank you, Chaitra. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Siddhi Nawar, and I'm the head for the Insight column. Insight basically it means gaining a deeper understanding of any given subject, and I feel the best way to do so is kind of to gain a deeper understanding around other narratives that have already been told or that exist around us. I feel like the best way to go about this is to interact with people and gain more insights or a better understanding of their perspectives. Like this might sound vague, but I feel like the topics can be well ranging from like directly about our day-to-day lives. Like let's say um, uh, you can ask a question about our college canteen and how it affects our social life. And do you think academic activities of a student are they affected by the college canteen of RIA? And stuff like that. The questions can be political, relating to the Indian government or even international. So basically, what we are trying to do this year, like to have a fresher perspective, is like to delve into interviews with people and write your opinions based on the narratives and the opinions of other people, and in a way to communicate with our readers as also people around us. The task for Insight for you guys is kind of based upon the interviews I was talking about. So it is which celebrity interview stands out the most to you, and to discuss the ideology, any certain ideology or a particular thought that they might have propagated. This can range from even politicians to people in pop culture, because I feel like that's a field of interest to a lot of people. And to basically express your thoughts on it. It can be positive, it can be negative. You have your own freedom. uh, it goes without saying, we are strictly against plagiarism, and what we are basically looking for is the authenticity of your own thoughts. The write-up can be based from anywhere between 500 to 1000 words. I really hope to see you guys applying. That was Inside. I now call upon Gayatri Subramaniam from Career-Wise column.
So hi, I hope I'm audible to everyone. So Gayatri couldn't be here today, so I'll be covering for her, like her column, and I'll give you a gist of what her column is and the task she has assigned to you guys. So career-wise speaks about all the careers that exist on this world. Some may be undiscovered, not discovered, everything. They would also interview people. For example, for the August issue, Gayatri's column has covered the careers in the aviation industry, where she covered three jobs: airline pilots, then avionics technician, and cabin crew. And she's also planning to conduct more interviews in the future. Also, the coming to the task she has given, the task is the first option for us: is there a profession, job, or a career path which you feel is quite underrated or undervalued? Write about it, providing details of the what, how, and future prospects, etc. And the second option is imagine you're to interview a personality from a specific career path, write an interview report for the same. Also, there is a mention not looking for a summary of previously recorded or published interviews. And the rules are basically the word limit is 500 words. Plagiarism is strictly prohibited, and she expects you to write clear and crisp sentences without any vagueness. The articles should be well researched, and also please explain the reason for choosing the topic and the profession personality in a short note of 100 words additionally to the article you're writing. And also the interviews would be conducted if she feels the need. So next up is my column, and I am Hiranmi, by the way. So my column is Safarnama, and as the name suggests, Safarnama is all about travel and tourism. We explore every place we feel like and is on our bucket list. It's a column where you can put out your passion for traveling. We would also interview people who are working in the same industries, and also our friends, students, varies on the theme for the every month. As far as the process is concerned of how the column works, we would have a meeting every month, like previously to the submission dates, and we would decide upon what the themes are, and then you will be provided a week's time to write about them, and then we will togetherly submit the articles. And To give a review about like past articles, for the August month we wrote about chasing waterfalls. So the August there where we covered two articles. One was the rivers waterfalls, and the other was the waterfalls from Maharashtra. And the next thing is I would like to speak about the task I am giving you. So the tasks are you need to write an article including an itinerary for a cultural walk in any Indian city of your choice. And the other article would be write about your Safarnama, that is any experience or any travel blog you want to, and you're free to explore all the ideas in the second topic. The word limit would be 550 maximum. If you mention locations, be sure to be accurate and remember to cite all the references you use. And if you're putting a photographs, please give the picture credits. You're free to write in Marathi as well. We would also do a small interview round later. So I hope to see you all soon. And I would like to move on to the column head of Saityangan, Apurva.
थँक्यू. हॅलो एव्हरीवन. माझं नाव अपूर्वा आहे. मी साहित्यांगणची हेड आहे. आता आम्ही काय करतो तर आम्ही मराठीमध्ये वेगवेगळे विषय निवडून त्याच्यावर लिहितो. शक्यतो प्रयत्न असतो की तो विषय आपण वेगळ्या दृष्टिकोनातून लिहावा आणि मराठीमध्ये त्याचं तो सर्वांपर्यंत पोहोचावा याकडे कल असतो. आता आम्ही या कॉलमसाठी कोणाला पाहतो तर तुम्ही कोणत्याही शाखेतून येत असाल तरी काही हरकत नाहीये. जर तुम्हाला मराठीमध्ये लिहायचं आहे आणि तुम्हाला तुमची इच्छा आहे मराठीमध्ये लिहायची तर तुम्ही जॉईन होऊ शकता. तुमचे विचार आणि तुमचा दृष्टिकोन कसा आहे हे मी लेख आणि कवितेतून नक्कीच पाहेन. लेख आणि कवितेसाठीचे विषय आहेत मराठी आणि मी, ज्योतिषशास्त्रावर विश्वास ठेवावा की नाही आणि परंपरा अंधश्रद्धा आहेत का, वर्ड लिमिट आहे 500 ते 1000 शब्द लेख लिहिण्यासाठी आणि कविता तुम्ही 400 शब्दांची लिहू शकता आणि त्यानंतर वर्ड डॉक्युमेंट किंवा PDF फॉर्मॅटमध्ये मला पाठवू शकता. थँक्यू. नेक्स्ट कॉलमसाठी मी ITCT इंग्लिशला आमंत्रित करते.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for just inviting me, I suppose. So far you've heard about all of the topics that you can write about. So now I'm here to introduce you to other things that you can do in the magazine. IQCT stands for Internal Quality Control Team, and that's exactly what we do. We try to raise and maintain the quality of the magazine. We're basically the middlemen of the magazine. We play the role of reading all of the entries and then critiquing and editing them until they're polished enough for publication. This year, as we have during all of our previous years, we're looking for people who have a good eye for critical reading and editing the content without losing its core. People who have a good command over language and a sharp eye for spotting things that need to be improved. So, if you're the kind of person who nitpicks about commas or who spots a spelling error like a hawk, do join us. The task that we have this year is we have a document containing two write-ups, and we've tried to include the kind of articles you'll encounter in your editing of the magazine if you get chosen. So this is sort of like a practice round. You have to edit the document until you feel that it's fit to be read by the big wild world. And additionally, there's a section for your opinion where we want you to tell us what appealed to you about the article and what you felt that were needed improvement. So yeah, that's that. Moving on to IQCT Marathi, I call upon Raj.
सो हॅलो एव्हरीवन, माय सेल्फ राज आणि IQ सिटी मराठी आहे, त्याच्यामुळे मृणालने बऱ्यापैकी सांगितले, पण तेच मी परत मराठीत सांगेन. आणि आय एम ऑडिबल? हां, तर IQ सिटी इज इंटरनल क्वालिटी कंट्रोल टीम. आणि जेव्हा लेखक एखादा लेख लिहितो त्याच्यात बऱ्याचदा असं होतं की काही चुका असतात. त्या चुका व्याकरणासंदर्भात असतील किंवा वाक्यरचनेसंदर्भात असतील किंवा शुद्ध लेखनासंदर्भात असतील, तर ते संपादन करण्याचं काम IQ सिटी करतं, जेणेकरून आपण वाचकापर्यंत एक चांगला लेख पोहोचवू शकू. आणि IQ सिटी ही टीम अशी आहे, अशा लोकांसाठी आहे ज्यांचं मराठी भाषेवर चांगलं प्रभुत्व आहे. आणि IQ सिटी मराठीचा टास्क असा आहे की एक डॉक फाईल तुमच्यासोबत शेअर केली जाईल आणि त्या डॉक फाईलमध्ये 2 लेख आहेत. त्या लेखाचं संपादन कसं करायचंय, म्हणजे एडिट कसं करायचंय, या संदर्भातील सर्व सूचना त्या डॉक फाईलमध्ये दिलेल्या आहेत. आणि तुम्हाला ते लेख संपादन केल्यानंतर त्याचा खाली अभिप्राय लिहायचा आहे. अभिप्राय म्हणजेच फीडबॅक लिहायचा आहे. तो फीडबॅक 3-4 ओळींचा असला पाहिजे. त्या संदर्भातील सगळ्या सूचना आहेत त्या डॉकमध्ये. बस. नाव Aditya will be continuing further to brief about team design.
Team design is basically what all the editors have already told us. We receive articles after IQCT has edited them, and basically our task is to compile those articles into a readable format. Not to say that Word documents are not readable, but when you're making a magazine, the magazine needs to be aesthetically pleasing and something that the reader would like to open, something which immediately explains what the article is about and immediately explains why it should be opened, why it should be read. I think design has a very critical role in that aspect, wherein we read the articles, we take out exactly what is important, the essence of the article, and then we try to design the format of the magazine, the layout of the magazine in such a way that it appeals to the readers. We polish it and it's out in the world for everyone to read. Apart from that, we also design the cover page, the credits, the table of contents, editorial, all of that. So basically, the entire magazine, the PDF format that you all see when you open the magazine is team design's work. Now, for team design, I am going to take two kinds of people. One is designers and the other is photographers. Photographers, because we need photographs for the columns also sometimes, and especially for the cover page as well, which is why great photographers are a must. And majorly, we also need designers. So for the designers, I have set two tasks. The first is that I want you all to design the cover page for the September issue of our magazine. The theme for the cover page is going to be Ganesh Utsav, because Kalparanta Ganpati hota and all of that. So the festive atmosphere, the vibrance of the Ganesh Utsav needs to be reflected in the magazine cover. Two important things that need to be included on the cover is the name of the magazine and the month, that is September 2023, and the Ruiaite monthly. Apart from that, if you feel you want to include anything else on the cover page, it's totally up to you. I'm giving you complete creative liberty. If this task does not appeal to you, then the second task that I have set is to design a poster. So basically, like the editors have already told us, we have an open mic event called Mehfil. So let us assume that Mehfil is happening on the 10th of December, and we need to design a poster, you know, to tell people that Mehfil is happening. So the poster needs to include two things basically: the name of the event and the date, that is Mehfil and December 2023. Apart from that, it needs to include a lot of things which will explain what Mehfil is. But again, that is creative liberty, so I'm leaving all of that to you all. Now, coming to photographers, I just want you all to send me your portfolio with the five best photographs you think you've clicked. Along with that, I would also like you all to write niche ki how do you all click photographs? Is it on a DSLR, Android, iPhone, whatever? And that is it. If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'll be willing and happy to solve them. I would like to hand over to Sakshi now for PR and branding.
Yes, thank you, Aditya. I hope that I'm audible right now. Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Sakshi, the head for team PR and branding for the academic year 23-24. So, as the name suggests, our team is basically responsible for maintaining Ruiaite Monthly's public image and increasing the outreach of the monthly, majorly through Instagram and WhatsApp. I would say PR and branding is such a team which is the most diverse in its literal sense. So we have a wide variety of people with us. So first off, we have social media managers who work diligently to expand our outreach through Instagram. Then we have content writers and proofreaders who possess exceptional writing skills and literally write attention-grabbing messages for our PR messages that are circulated on WhatsApp and Instagram. Next up, we have graphic designers and video editors who have the ability to visually convey messages effectively. So currently, the team is not recruiting for social media managers. We have three open positions right now for videographers, content writers, and graphic designers. So for all the designers out there, the task is to create an Instagram post for the column Open Forum from the previous edition, that is the September edition. For all the content writers, the task is to write a PR caption in English or Marathi, whichever language you're comfortable in, befitting the commemoration of Gandhi Jayanti. And for all the videographers, the task comprises of producing a video to mark the observance of World Mental Health Day. So if you have any queries regarding the task, please feel free to contact me or the other team members. So basically, Team PR and Branding is looking out for passionate individuals who have imagination, creativity, and who can bring that to the floor. Yeah. So next up, we have Aditi for Team Podcast.
Hi, yes, thank you. So I know most of you are here for the writing part of the magazine, but let me also introduce the speaking part of it. Hello, my name is Aditi Singh, and I am the team head for the team podcast. To begin with, we talk on a variety of different topics. So there's no hard and fast bifurcation of the topics as such. But since we are a relatively new addition to the magazine, we aim to diversify our reach and talk elaboratively on a variety of topics. I am pretty sure this will be a very great experience in terms of learning and in terms of having fun. So, yes, I'm looking forward for a lot of audios. As for the skill set that we're looking for is people with audio editing and video editing skills, and the basic skills of being a good listener, a curious mind, and a orator. So, as for the task, you guys have to uh, record our audio about of 1.5 to 2 minutes on the topic a toxic trait of yours that you feel if you bring about a change in will immensely affect your future in a good way. So for the recording purposes, you guys can use this Dolby app because it is a great app for noise cancellation. And this podcast will go up on our Spotify channel, which is Ruiaite Monthly, the Darbar channel. So yes, thank you. Looking forward for a lot of responses.
That was all the columns of the Ruiaite Monthly. We are a very diverse community and we want you all to be a part of it. Now, if you guys have any doubts, you can ask. The floor is yours.
Send in your doubts on the YouTube comment section. Okay. So the design assignment for all assignments, there is a last date given, that is 6th October, 1 week exactly from today, which is next Friday. So please send in your all your assignments by that day. You have 1 week to do so. The interviews will take place if you are selected after. So when you send in your entries, they will go to the column heads and they will select whoever they want to according to their requirements, and then they will contact you personally for the interview. So yeah, that is it. How many entries can we put for one column? You can put how much ever you want to for one particular column. You can put for as many columns as you want to. Whatever, everything's fine. Which app do we have to use for video editing for the podcast? The podcast is an audio thing, so for that, it you'll have to use the Dolby app. Aditi, am I right? Yes. Okay, so for that you'll have to use the Dolby app. It is free on iOS and Google Play Store. Is the live video going to be saved in the YouTube channel? Yes, it will be saved. So you will be able to rewatch the video, this video later as well. We'll be also sending all the pertinent information on the WhatsApp group that you all are a part of. So don't, and it will also go on our Instagram stories and posts. So don't worry if you have missed anything. You will have enough time to catch up. You can also text us on the WhatsApp group in case you have any doubts. Can we be in more than one team? Yes, you can, but you'll have to assure yourself and the column heads that you'll be able to work well with all the tasks that you are given. Are the meeting times flexible? Yes, the meeting times are flexible. The work, as this is a monthly magazine, we work only for some days once a month. So the rest of the days you are quite free. And you'll be given around a week from the time that you decide a theme till the time you have to send in your entry for the magazine. So the time management depends on you. If you are good at it, you are good at it.
Sorry to interrupt, Athira. I'd just like to address the question, can we send multiple entries for one column? You can apply for multiple columns, but if you're just, let's take fictionally yours, for example, you can only send in one entry for one column. You can apply to how many ever columns you wish to. It's just that it has to be one article for each column.
Okay, thank you, Rishita. Do we have to skip lectures for magazine work? Not really. This most of our work is online only because this is a digital magazine. So you won't have to skip any lectures for this. In case we have any events, we'll be letting you know like a long time before that, and we generally don't encourage missing lectures also. So we will be working after our lectures end and so on. So, can we choose our column if chosen for more than one? Yes, you can. In case you are interested, like if you are interested in like one particular column and you are chosen for two, you can send in your interest as it may. Can anybody please explain what happens in the Mehfil event? So, Mehfil is our open mic event, and it generally happens once a month. It's been some time since it happened because online college. So in that we generally have a theme. So for example, like this theme can be anything. For like 1 year, 1 month, we had a theme of like vada pav, and we were just talking about what is the symbolism of vada pav, how it symbolizes Mumbai, or how is it your favorite food, like a comfort food for you. You don't have to write like a entire poetry or anything. It's not like a speech giving elocution competition, nothing. It's just a discussion that is open to all, like non-Ruiites as well. Yeah, non-Ruiites as well. So people like around the college, like 60, 70-year-old people also have joined our mehfils. It's just a way to like exchange ideas with other people, find out other varying opinions and so on. So that is for the mehfil. Master student do not have a fixed schedule. Would that be a problem? That would not be a problem as in case you should be able to send in your articles before the deadline. So as far as that happens, we don't have a problem with anything. But please send it before the deadline. Please don't procrastinate in case it is. Yeah.
Also, and I'd like to add, it wouldn't be a problem if, unless you're consistently missing being involved in the magazine. Other than just writing, or if you're applying for PR, design, any of it, it's not only about doing your work and sending it across. We are hoping to expand. We're hoping to talk to people to know your magazine better. So as long as you're not missing the meetings or anything relate any magazine work, as long as you're not missing it, it's okay.
Next question. Can we publish our articles which are published in the magazine on our personal blogs? We can, right? That is not an issue. You can do it. It's not a problem. Can we be chosen and then work in more than one column? Yes, you can. Once again, maximum two columns because your concentration would be too divided if you join more than two columns. And please ensure that you are able to divide your time well between the columns that you have been selected for. Please don't uh, work put more efforts for one column and not for the other one and so on. Okay, anything else? Do you all have more questions? You can send in. Okay, for the offline annual, we also have an offline annual magazine. So this so this magazine is a culmination of everything that we have done over the entire academic year. And for this, we also invite articles from other students who are not a part of the college of the magazine. And we also have departmental reports that go in this magazine. And it is an offline magazine. Printed and it is available for people to read. It is available in the college library if you want to read. Can we change our column after filling the Google form, or we have to go only through those columns that which we have filled before in Google form? No, you can, uh, like uh, like Rishita said in the start, that you can apply for any column that you want to. The Google form was only for our information so that we understand what people are interested in. And it is okay if you want to apply for other columns that you have not selected in the Google form as well. Digital edition. Yes, the digital edition is published on the college website. It is also on our Instagram, that is at the rate the Ruiite monthly. So it goes up at the end of each month. So you can read our older editions if you want for reference as well. And the Ruiite Monthly's all previous editions from 2015 are on the Ruia College website. So on Google, if you type Ruiite Monthly magazine, also you can get all these editions there. Is the Google Doc where all the information is there will be given to us today and where? Yes. So the Google Doc will be sent to you today on the WhatsApp group that you are all a part of. It will be also put on the Instagram, our Instagram page at the rate the Ruiite Monthly. Uh, and can we change our columns in between? Like in the middle of the year, you can't change the column. You'll have to change. You can only change the column at the start of the next academic year. Yes. Any more questions? You can also text us. We are on the WhatsApp group as well. So if you all want, you can text us there later as well. You can also DM us on the Instagram page at the rate Ruiaite Monthly. Okay, I think these are okay. This is it. The question answer round. These are
Okay. So if there are no more doubts, I'd just like to add a couple of things. Firstly, we are trying, I mean, though it's an online magazine, we are trying to have more offline meetings. And if you're selected, you will have to attend these meetings. You will not be, however, asked to bunk any lectures. But because you're a part of the magazine, you will have to dedicate some amount of time for the magazine. And secondly, you can be a part of as many columns as you'd like, but I mean, you have to keep in mind that you'll have to prioritize multiple deadlines. So, but you're free to be a part of as many columns as you would like. And one more thing, so we give out certificates to our members at the end of each year. So that's an added incentive. It will, being a part of the magazine will look good on your CV. And that's it actually from our side. We'd like to extend a special thanks to Omkar, who would you like to add something?
yeah. Just a thing. There was one last question that came in. I'll just answer
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, there are two. Okay. Does it follow strict timetables as the schedules of science students are a bit hectic? As I said, it is you will get at least 1 week to write your articles. Like from deciding the theme to the deadline, you have at least 1 week. So you have 1 week to write in your articles. It is not strict, as in that like you like 1 day of like deciding and then sending it, but then don't procrastinate because then it would be a problem for everyone involved. Like there is a process, so it has to go as smoothly as possible. In the podcast section, are making audios included? Like, is the reading and good vocabulary skill considered? Yes, it is considered because the podcast is an audio medium. So we'll be looking at at people who are good at audio video editors and orators who can speak well, so that will be considered. When will the interviews of this start? So we'll be having like you have 1 week to send in your entries, and after that, the interviews will be taken by all the column heads. So it depends on the column head's schedule and how you, and they will be contacting you in case they are selected. So it also depends on the days you are free and the interviews are taken. Yes, that is it. Sorry, Surbi, please continue.
No worries. So I think that's it from our side. And like we've said, please feel free to reach out to us later if you have any further doubts. So I think we can end today's discussion. We'd just like to extend a special thank you to Omkar, who looked after the technical aspects of today's orientation, and Mrunal, who um, looked after the presentation side. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining in.
Bye, guys.
Bye.